Hello everyone, happy full moon in Aquarius 2019. I hope you guys have all checked online to see when the high peak is in your area, and if you had the opportunity to use that time for your manifestation or your meditation. And I'm dropping my cards. Okay, so let me look and see. Okay, all right, so what I wanted to share with you guys is that the houses, they show us where things are happening for us, okay? And the planets show us what is happening. And our signs show us how it's happening. All right, so our signs is that how. So how we react to things, okay? And I want to talk more in videos about how we're reacting to things, all right? And that really makes a difference for our experiences. Now, the planets, we use them for what is happening. Each planet has meanings to it, okay? For instance, Mars is very strong in this month, and so is Venus for this full moon. So Mars is very fiery. It's a fiery planet. It's a planet that's associated with war, with really being in charge, right? So that planet is the what, okay? And the houses show us where it's happening. What does that house stand for? What does that house represent? What does that house focus on? So we're going to look at Aquarius because it is the full moon in Aquarius. And Aquarius is in the 7th house of awareness of others and how we're paying attention to it and how we're going to react to that, whether it's in our partnership relationships or in our marriage. Now with Fortune in this position, employment's going to be really important. And also for the 7th house, it also can relate to open enemies. So people that you don't get along with and you know it, they know it. So how are you going to deal with that situation? Now the Fortune, it's a highly spiritual, having Fortune in the 7th house, it's all about Libra and that balance. So if you wanted to work on your success, your worldly success, this is a good full moon to do this. Also a focus on your physical body and its health and its wellness, okay? Libra wants balance for this, right? And this Fortune can also be a career or a vocational experience where you're growing in your field. So that is also a good experience for you. So focusing on your talents and your capabilities, okay? Focusing on your abilities and really highlighting that and appreciating that. This is also considering the sign that it's in. So it is in Aquarius. So there's going to have to be a lot of thinking out of the box for your success, and a lot of thinking out of the box and forward thinking. So futuristic mind, not just being limited to what is right now, okay? So being very aware of that, all right? So for Aquarius, I just want you guys to take a moment, take a deep breath. I'm going to shuffle a card. I'm going to shuffle one for myself first because I haven't, before I start using a deck, I like to shuffle the card for me. That way I can get a read before I start so that I'm not pulling the card and not feeling like, okay, this read is for that person, okay, that I'm reading for. All right. Okay, perfect. I got my message. All right. So I just pulled 3 cards for myself before I start reading. Okay. So let me pull a card for Aquarius because I'm so focused on the astrology and I really want to pull a card for you guys. So Aquarius, I'm pulling with the intention for all the 12 signs for a card that has a message for you, overall message. And I hope that you relate to this. If you are an Aquarius and you didn't relate to anything that I'm saying, you're not having 7th house issues with marriage partners, you're not feeling like you're aiming for a better career, a better job, where that fortune is really shining down on you to help you to manifest a new way of life for you, then listen in, because if you're not relating to your birth sign during the full moon or the new moon reading, then you could be relating to your north node, well, your rising sign first and then your moon sign, and then it could be a north node as well. Okay, but mainly your birth sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign. So let's pick a card for Aquarius. Okay, so Knight of Wands is your card. Okay, and that Knight of Wands is coming in with a message for you to really be, in a sense, fiery for what you want, to really go after what it is that you want. The Knights are very powerful. They are the key to you standing up for yourself, and it has to do a lot with your determination. So I strongly feel like a strong determination, your passion, your drive is very important whenever you have the wands representing fire, the wands representing energy. Okay, and Knights are defenders, they're protectors. So really protecting yourself, looking out for yourself, and knowing that the decisions that you are going to make is going to truly benefit you. Okay, and really focus in on that, and know that you're going after something that you want, that you feel good about, not to necessarily please someone else. Okay, so Capricorn. Okay, so for Capricorn is in the 6th house, and the 6th house of work, health, your daily life. The 6th house is really self-improvement. Okay, and you also have Pluto there, so you want to think about your transformation. What do you want to change in your life, and why do you want to change it? And empowering yourself at this full moon, Capricorn, to change that, revitalizing yourself. Okay, allowing yourself, the Ace of Swords drop while I was shuffling that for you, Capricorn, if you want to know. It's also about your health and your wellness, and maybe some of you, if you're going through illness, it's getting over that. Okay, also you can look into Saturn. All right, Saturn and the South Node, letting go of past experiences. South Node, letting go of past karma, working through that. Past experiences is what the South Node is offering. Also, the South Node can represent past life as well. And that Saturn is that restriction. So where are you holding yourself back? Where should you be more organized for yourself? So Capricorn, think about that transformation, that change. Okay, some Capricorns could be experiencing, like I said, wellness changes, health, something to do with your pets, or something to do with work. But there's like a death of something, even maybe a co-worker that has passed, or something to do with death in that sense, but also at the same time to do with self-improvement, your health, and your work. Okay, so let's get a card for Capricorn. Okay, so 3 of Cups reversed. So maybe groupthink and friends, and agreeing with friends and being with friends might not be the right thing for you right now. Maybe there's friendship that has been destroyed, a close friendship. Just revisiting people and places that you feel is best for you. Just rethinking your group of friends can be a new practice for you, a new way of being. Okay, Capricorn, so just think about that for a while. Sagittarius, so take this time to just clear your mind. And like I said, if this reading doesn't work for you as your sun sign, okay, maybe you'll keep listening, and if you know what your rising sign is, or you know what your moon sign is, maybe that will fit with what you're experiencing this month. Definitely your moon sign and your sun sign, very strong. Okay, Okay, Sagittarius, you have fifth house issues dealing with romance, children, anything to do with your creativity, maybe hoping for good fortune, hoping for good luck, something to work out. Okay, Jupiter is in your sign, that's your home planet. So really putting yourself first, that Jupiter finger, right, that index finger. When Jupiter is in your home, a meditation that you can do is one for the Jupiter finger, and then really look into that. Okay, Jupiter is direct. It's time for you to manifest at this full moon. Okay, and if you have a friend that is an Aquarius and you get along good, maybe you guys can meditate together, or focus together. Maybe they're the right person if you need maybe help on your resume or need help on something. Utilize that at the full moon as well. If you look into your chart and see where Aquarius is, utilize that at the full moon wherever those planets are in your birth sign. So really utilizing that. Okay, the fifth house issues again of creativity, romance, your own personal creativity. So maybe you're thinking, and you and your opposite sign will also be thinking in the same way around the full moon, because that full moon power is magnified with all signs at the full moon. Everything is magnified. So you really want to be mindful of how you are thinking in regards to this planet's position. So where's your Venus in your chart? This is pretty much for everyone. Where's your Mars in the chart? Those are like the two strong planets in the charts right now. Let me bring it up just to make sure. It should be on this page right now, because this is the whole meat of it. Okay, so right now you want to think of where not only your moon is, what planet, for your moon on your birth chart, but you also want to look at what's going on in your Venus, okay, and your Mars, right? Your Sun, Venus, Mars, and in your moon sign, very strong today. Okay, for the full moon, those are the three strongest signs. So either you're working on Venus issues, or you're going to be working on Mars issues. Okay, Sagittarius, and that's really for everyone. Or Sun issues or Moon issues. Okay, they all connect, especially the Sun and the Moon. And I'll get to that later. So Sagittarius, let's see what card is for you. Okay, so, Wheel of Fortune, another major arcana. Okay, so just focusing on what it is that you need to learn, relearn, unlearn. Also realizing your own personal power. Okay, really mastering that within yourself and going after what it is that you want and really harnessing that. Okay, really have a strong knowledge of yourself. Okay, I feel that will really help you, Sagittarius. And if there's something that I haven't said, look into it yourself and say, okay, what else does this card mean? What else am I looking for? Maybe it will say it a different way that you will digest it and truly understand it. Okay, Scorpio. Scorpio is in the IC of the chart. Okay, and you really need to focus in on fourth house issues as well. Not only IC, but fourth house issues of the home, family. Maybe you are nurturing in some way, either your Scorpio sun sign or rising sign, moon sign. Okay, rising sign and rising sign, ascending sign, same thing. Okay, so wherever Scorpio is strong in your chart, maybe you're offering a lot of fourth house issues of home, parents, insecurities, anything, maybe things, places, or issues to do with your roots, like where you're from, maybe your hometown, or feeling like you have to be there, or just trying to find balance with with fourth house issues, and look into it and see what that means for you, Scorpio. But really coming to terms and coming to peace with that, okay? Also, and feeling the need to maybe not have so much attention on you and the pressure on you as well, okay? Because that can also cause more stress. So Scorpio, let's see what card works for you. What's the message? Okay, King of Swords upside down, reverse. King of Swords reverse, okay? So maybe if you feel like you can't find the correct words for something, feeling that you're not in your true power, anything to do with you not being able to speak the words in the right way so it's well received, I feel, okay? Just getting your authority back in your voice, maybe even your throat chakra, your own personal power in even the knowledge for what it is that you're seeking as well, and your ability to transition from where you are, and this one I knew was going to pop up, transition from where you are and where you want to be and where you want to go. Okay, so that could be a very strong issue for you, Scorpio. There's no planets in your sign, so just focusing on fourth house issues and the IC. Okay, so Libra has third house issues, which is Gemini's house of communication, learning, community, and being witty will help you, Libra, through any kind of personality issues that you'll be finding. So let's look at the chart. I'm looking at the chart now. So there's no planets there, which I have in my notes, and you can look over to you could always look over for everyone to your opposite sign, and in Aries there's Chiron. Chiron is the person that can heal others but not themselves. So just looking at where you need healing, okay, can also help by looking over at your opposite sign on the chart. So really focusing on third house issues of good communication, and I feel like creativity is good for you at this time, but also being witty to balance off any kind of negative personalities that you might be facing, or just any kind of personality in a person that you feel it might be annoying, or the person isn't understanding, or whatever it is. But you are going to need that wittiness of Gemini to deflect any situation. Okay, Libra, let's find a card. Whoa, this one popped out. Okay, Three of Staves. So having plans, having backup plans, and really looking out to your future and knowing that you have options and you have choices, and you're setting yourself up because, you know, it's a build up to the full moon. So maybe some of you are looking for a new way of doing things, you know. So if you're looking for something in a new way, then this is a perfect time, because you have that fortune in this full moon in Aquarius, an air sign. You are an air sign, so really vibing on that air sign and manifesting by speaking out loud. Air and fire, sometimes people like to write down their affirmation and then burn it, and let burn it outside, and just let that air just take that wish up or that manifestation. So good stuff. Okay, so Three of Staves, and staves also represent fire, but knowing that you have choices and options. You have your staff in your hand, that first plan, but you have a backup plan and another backup plan. Okay, so good deal for air sign Libra. Virgo. Virgo is in the second house, having second house issues. Second house issues, Taurus issues of money, what you possess, your values, your skills. So your personal resources. So whether you are looking into work, or you're retired, or anything to do with money. And, you know, money was a big issue at the last full moon, and this energy moving up to the full moon is going to maximize any issues that you were ignoring. And that's really for all signs. So when it comes to money, it's how do you handle money, and how is it benefiting you in the present, and also being responsible for it to benefit you in hard times. So having a good savings. So anything, and also your home, making your home pleasant. Are you making your home difficult? Is someone making the home difficult? So really looking into that. Since there's no planets in Virgo, also looking to your opposite sign, Virgo, will help you out. Okay, looking over, what is it, to Pisces. Okay, and Pisces has Neptune in its home in Pisces. So looking over there, okay, and really focusing on working on your fears and your doubts to manifest the reality that you want, rather than working out of fear and creating negativity. Okay, and just working on the family, the home, and having, some of you might want a permanent home, a permanent location, a permanent place to call home, and thinking of what's best for not only you, but if you have kids or your family or so on, in that capacity. Okay, so Virgo, let's find a card. Virgo has justice. So if some of you are going through legal issues, or if you feel that you can help in a situation to provide justice, this is for you. You can make a difference in this. Okay, the justice card comes out definitely if you need to find balance within yourself, any kind of relationship or any kind of court issue, or offering some kind of guidance to someone, so that justice will be the outcome. All right, so just meditate on that. My feet's falling asleep. I gotta stretch it out. Oh my gosh. Okay, so all right, we're moving to Leo. Okay, Leo, oh my gosh, we're in the sun sign of Leo. Yes. Okay, Leo is in the ascended part of the chart. Okay, where Aquarius is in the descending part of the chart, with the full moon in Aquarius, Fortune in Aquarius happening in the 7th house, and then across from that we are in Leo in the 1st house of Aries. So Leo, you are in that position of self. Okay, Leo, and we can all benefit from this, because we have all of these signs in our charts, even if there's not planets in each sign. So we can benefit from all full moons, all new moons. Okay, it's a limited belief when someone feels that they can't work with a certain moon. So Leo has I don't have to look up there but Leo has Mars, Venus, Mercury. Mercury is in the 12th house, however, but all the other signs at the peak of the full moon in my location, Mars, Venus, and the Sun is all in the 1st house. The 1st house focuses on the self. Okay, the 1st house always focuses on the self. So for Leo and for everyone, how can Mars, Venus, the Sun, and Mercury benefit you? How can those 4 benefit you? And how can Leo benefit you, right? For your highest good. And this is all about self-esteem, self-confidence, your mind and heart connection. Okay, along with other things. So what are Venus issues that are happening in your life right now? This is what you have to answer for yourself. Okay, Venus deals with love, beauty, money, but Venus is the feminine aspect, if you will, very fiery, of Mars. Mars is about war and fighting and winning. Okay, Mars has that energy. Mars in Leo is about courage, but it's also about assertiveness. Okay, and overcoming your fears. All right, there's so much to say. This video would be so long, so I have to like pick and choose what I'm saying. But you want to know how you can do this, taking 50 minutes. And how I came up with that is from how not the degree, but the minutes in that degree. So all these 4 planets, really the time frame is 50 minutes. So if you as a Leo can spend 50 minutes either de-stressing or manifesting whatever it is to work on whatever you're going through, that me time, that would be very good for you today on the full moon. and even 3 days after the full moon, okay? Mercury in the 12th house is about your dream, your spiritual life. You want to transcend. So not being too religious or too spiritual, but really not sabotaging yourself, finding that time alone for you to think, for you to, maybe you want to be a part of a group, some kind of institution. Maybe there's an issue with some kind of organization, okay? But there's a conflict with that Mercury in the 12th house. The 12th house dealing with self-sabotage, your dreams, your spiritual life, maybe isolation, feeling like you need to be by yourself, to actually transcend. Okay, so it could be a very spiritual moment for some of you Leos right now, because you feel that whatever you're doing is for the greater good. The Mars, Venus, and the Sun in the first house, you really want to focus on yourself. With those 3 planets, you want to focus on yourself and how you can better yourself. Okay, being in the ascendant area, you want the attention on you, but you want it for a good reason. Okay, how can this actually benefit you or benefit others? Okay, because Leo is a fire sign like Aries, where they focus on themselves, but if they're doing something that they truly believe in, it's going to benefit not only them but others. So let's see what card is here for Leo. So Leo has 2 of Swords reverse, and this is not trusting yourself. So try to, and Leos have self-doubts like everyone else, like all fire signs, they have self-doubt, but they don't show it. So really getting yourself together, trusting yourself, going through your phase like the moon. You want to really bring yourself into that, working towards that new moon, okay? Or working towards a new moon right now to start something new that will benefit you. Okay, so this full moon is for everything, anything you want, but you really want to build up your confidence, and trusting yourself will be a very good practice for this full moon. All right. All right, so we're going to move on to Cancer. So Cancer is in the 11th house with the North Node in retrograde. North Node is all about, the retrograde is your perception of things, okay? And don't overreact and don't react too fast to what you perceive things to be, rather to move slower and to think. So this North Node is your highest goal for yourself in life. What is your highest goal for yourself in life? Where do you want to be? Okay, so not getting distracted from that North Node, your purpose in life. Okay, so Cancer, no planets in your sign, but being in the 11th house, you want to focus on your group contribution. I can't even say it right. Contribution. Okay, so your group contribution. So maybe you're looking to be around working with group friends, your goals, your aspiration. Today's a big day for Cancer emotionally, dealing with the full moon emotionally, and inspirationally, for you to think about where do I see myself, where do I want to go? Maybe for some of you today is a special day, a big day. Okay, Cancer, and this is about your North Node, and it's dealing with the purpose in your life. Holy mackerel, dealing with your purpose in your life. All right, so I'm gonna have to join these videos together because I have to probably do that. There might be a part 1, or I might have to connect 2 videos. I might have to connect 2. So let me do one more. All right, Cancer. So let's find a card for you, Cancer. Cancer's card is 9 of Staves reverse. Okay, so maybe doubting yourself, in defending yourself, in protecting yourself, in standing up for yourself. Just build up your confidence for whatever it is that you want to go after. So if there's someone that is not valuing you or is putting you down, block the person out, cut them off. You know, people are going to really show you who they are, and you have to believe them. And just working on your confidence and building yourself back up is going to be a very important thing for you during this full moon. Okay, it's a full moon in an air sign, but it's also a water bearer, so it's very connected to emotions, and it's going to give life to that Aquarius is an air sign, but it's also going to give life and understanding to the emotions of water signs as well. So it is an air sign, but it also can relate very strongly to people that have strong emotion because they feel deeply as well. Okay, so this is gonna have to be 2 videos. All right, I have to put them together so you'll notice that in the edit. Okay, Gemini in the 11th house. So we're going to move to Gemini. Gemini is in the 11th house. Okay, we'll definitely go through some 11th house issues. Okay, and also some 10th house issues as well. Okay, so some Geminis might be feeling 11th house issues of their aspiration, feeling like, okay, you know, what have I done with my life, and what can I do better? What new goals can I set for myself that I can actually do? Why do I feel stagnant? Why do I feel blockages? Dealing with friendships, groups, and goals. Maybe not wanting to be a part of a group. Maybe wanting to be a part of a group. Usually, when Geminis feel any kind of confusion, they don't want to be necessarily associating with anything. They want to figure it out. Okay, maybe 10th house issues, so 11th house issues of group and your contribution maybe to yourself as to a whole of your community. Okay, so definitely feeling that need to aspire to something, or feeling that what you have done is good, but maybe you can do something else that will light your fire, if you will. Even though you're an air sign, you have that natural fire within you. So the 10th house issues might be career. It complements each other. So the 10th house of careers and training and power and finding your purpose, your reputation, your status in life. So it's your outer world issues, which strongly relate to your community issues and your group contribution issues. So really just looking at yourself, Gemini, and thinking about everything that you offer or you don't offer. Okay. Yeah, pretty much covered that. So let's pull a card for Gemini. So for Gemini, we have 4 of Pentacles. Wow. So this is about managing your money. This card usually represents greed, but you can also look at it as doing what is right financially for yourself. The concern about not spending money and how you're spending it. So really look into how you're spending money and why you have the fear of not spending money, and really look at that. And if you can maybe have even a savings or something that you feel like your future is protected. When this card comes up, it's a worry about your financial future. So take a look into that, and maybe fears of spending money out of, maybe in the past you were spending money out of fear or comfort or whatever. So looking into that and seeing how you can pretty much clear that up. Okay. All right, so I'm back again. I had to go pick up the little one from school, so here I am. All right, it was so hot. It feels like 110 outside. Okay, so now we're going to go into, we just did Gemini, and we're gonna do Taurus. Okay, so Taurus is astrology for August 15th, the full moon in Aquarius. So Taurus is in the MC, okay, of the chart. So let me bring it back to where I was. Okay, perfect. Okay. So it's about receiving attention. It happens naturally. Just getting the attention you need, or you weren't expecting, and it's all positive. It's all good, Taurus. Uranus is in the 9th house. Uranus is in retrograde. However, Uranus can be beneficial for you, and it being in the 9th house, you want to explore maybe your spiritual beliefs, some of you, education. It could be that you want to get a better understanding, philosophy, maybe even exploring, traveling, okay? And some of you might have issues dealing with the law or learning about the law, just trying to find balance for yourself, okay? And just overall feeling more in control of what you're thinking, and regarding your goals, okay? So not really feeling like you have to do something that might contradict how you feel, okay? Not wanting to feel restricted is what I'm getting. All right, Taurus? And you don't have to be bold about it. It's just, it feels like you're on a more personal journey, okay? So let's pull a card. Okay, Taurus. We have the Queen of Wands. I love it. Making something possible out of nothing, if you will, okay? And just having that strong determination to make things possible for yourself. Having a strong determination, having confidence, even if you have to muster it. Just really being strong for yourself and having that fire and that drive, and connecting really to Leo. Since you got this card, really it's an opposite sign for you. It's not or element. But some of you Taurus could have more fire in your charts, more than say being an earth sign. So you can relate to more fiery aspects of your personality. And even if you can't, tap into that strength, that fire strength, and to make things possible. Finding your strength, Taurus, that'll be really good. Okay? And look at that Queen of Wands as your determination. Okay? Look at the Queen of Wands as your power, and connecting to Venus strongly, Taurus, this full moon, okay? And for the next 3 days, connecting to Mars as well. You want to find your power. When I do the meditation video, maybe some of you Taurus will relate to anything that has to do with self-empowering, self-confidence, and having to do with love. That is more of strengthening yourself, protecting yourself. Okay, so let's look at Aries, okay? And then we'll go to Pisces. So Aries. So for Aries, yeah, we did cover that. Okay, so Aries has Chiron. Chiron is still in retrograde. So it's a healer that can't heal himself. So really looking at focusing on your situation, focusing on healing for yourself would be good, and why you're having that issue, okay? Just to elevate yourself. I feel like everyone needs to transform or transmute whatever they're going into. So how can you shift it? How can you change it to make things better? Okay? Looking at 8th house issues, okay? 8th house issues having to do with sharing your resources. So it's like Scorpio's house. So it's other people's money. It's finances. It's death. It's rebirth. Okay? It's receiving money that you're unaware of that you had. It's really finding your own pot of gold when you thought, hey, I didn't really have this, but you do have it. Okay? Some of you might have 9th house issues which is travel, higher education in Sagittarius's house. Okay, so travel, law, religion, spirituality, education, a higher thinking, higher purpose. So it all depends, Aries, where either you're having 8th house issues or 9th house issues this full moon. And the lesson in it is for you to really find the answer to better help yourself. Okay, and the 8th house issues here, Aries, is making sure that you're not being used by someone. Aries is very hard to use, a person of Aries sign, but people can use you through flattery. Okay, so make sure that whatever you're doing, you don't feel pressure to do it. And if it feels like, hey, this person wants me to do this, but I don't really want to do it, even though everything seems nice and great, then don't do it, because it's not for you. All right, let's find a card, Aries. I almost forgot to find the card. So just think about that. Okay, so we have Knight of Pentacles. So this is about knowing your plan, moving forward with it, but always revise it. Always make room for changing your plans. So sometimes you might have a great idea, a great process, but don't feel like, hey, I have to do this, I have to do it, I have to commit to it. You can change your mind when you want to, okay? And really using your intuition, okay? Knight of Pentacles. And think of the Knight of Pentacles as having everything. It's all the elements in one, right? So the Pentacles is money. And whatever you're experiencing has to do with money. Either you have a lack of it right now, or you have a lot of it, or a lot's being offered. But make sure that you leave room for changing it so that it truly does benefit you. And it's like, oh, look, I'm shuffling it and it popped out again. So it's like knights are defenders, they're fighters. So make sure that you're looking out for your best. Looking out for your best. Yeah. It was popped out again. It was like, yeah. All right, Pisces. Pisces, the cool thing is that Neptune is back in Pisces, so that it's home. It's like, I was looking up at the night star yesterday, and we could see Jupiter. Yeah, so it was still pretty bright. And Saturn, yeah. So Neptune is in Pisces. So Pisces, you're going to feel extra, strong, committed to your spirituality, religion. So people who are Pisces, they naturally have faith, and that could be good or bad. So really make sure that that's really balanced within you, and whatever your beliefs are. A lot of idealism, a lot of natural faith, but make sure that if there's something you want, there's power in your words. So power in words. So knowing that your heart is sincere about what you want, the power of words is there for you, Pisces. So whether you're birth Pisces or you have Pisces rising, very, very powerful. A lot of 8th house issues with finances, taxes, inheritance, maybe. If you have a partnership or you're married, you have a partner, make sure that they're using the money wisely, because right now is the time where you really have to watch everything that has to do with money. Okay? Everything that has to do with money is, I hear a vehicle moving, I was just trying to see. Everything that has to do with money is very critical, and especially if someone else is in charge of money where it's going to affect you, you have to watch everything about it. Very, very important, okay? Okay, this just dropped, so. Okay, so Fool card just popped out while I was talking. So let me pick a card for Pisces. Okay, so the Fool card just popped out. So I'm not going to read that. I'm going to have you look that up and figure it out, but starting over. you know. It's opening up yourself for new information, even if you feel you know it all. That Fool is also being open to learn. You know, the worst thing is a person with an ego that feel like they know everything. And then if their cup is full, then why are you here? Why are you still here? Like, you know, be wise enough to know that there's always more to learn. You know, not put up a front like, oh, I know everything. I'm just so great. You know? So, all right, a card for Pisces. The Seven of Pentacles just popped out. Okay. It was, shuffled it again. Seven of, okay. So when it comes to money, it popped out again. Okay. So when it comes to money, Pisces, and your work, it's doing all that you can and let the chips fall where they do, or just wait for the next step. So you're doing whatever it is that you need to do and waiting for the next process, the next step. Okay? And know that you've done all that you can do. So you are going to make all of these changes and steps that you need to make. And what needs to come after that is making money. So right now for Pisces, it's really a financial issue that you guys will be dealing with, and it's about wanting that income to come in, wanting the results of your hard work to manifest, to come in for you. Okay, so that is your astrology for August on full moon in Aquarius, and your one card pull. So I hope that you guys enjoy this reading. Thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully you guys can't hear that plane noise in the background, but thank you guys. It's so loud. I have the door open, but thank you guys so much for watching, and enjoy the full moon, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.